What's up, YouTube? Started out yesterday by finally deciding to take the window tint off this old girl right here, because the window tint is pretty terrible. It's like peak poor purple tint, like bottom of that barrel budget tint that looks like this, and it's pretty miserable. It's a little bit beat up all over the place over here, and over here there's a bunch of holes, probably from hauling some stuff in it. So after I got home from grabbing this rack system from around the corner, I figured I'd spend some time and get rid of the window tint last night. And then realized that that's the worst thing I could have ever possibly done with my life, because removing old, crappy, thin, flaky tint is it's not a lot of things in history that are probably worse than that. There's maybe 3 or 4. Mao Zedong might be up there on one of them, but either way, it's miserable. Do not approve. Do not recommend words. So I figured maybe I'd pick up with it tonight, because I'm pretty good at 3/4 completing projects, just like I did pulling the window tint off after the Lemons rally in 2020, which was like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 9 months ago, you know. But on my way home, took Spud today, it died on me. I know, everyone says it's invincible, but it's not. Well, my fuel pump took a dump, so I did the right thing and pulled the pump out that I had that I used for draining gas that for some reason I actually had in the car. I don't even know why, to be honest, because I didn't think I had it in there. And I just kind of, made it in the ground and then did this and made it into a power wire right here. But that was enough to get me home anyway. But not really what I should have done. Anyway, I'm gonna go underneath it and actually check the pump for power. The fuse is good right here, so I don't know if the wire might have ripped out of the housing or not, but I'm gonna crawl underneath it and see if I can't get anything to read on a multimeter. And if not, well, then the $20 pump off Amazon did its job. I've put a lot of miles on it. I think I've had that pump in there for a year and a half now, maybe a little more. I've easily got 15,000 miles on it or more, and it's daily driven, and they're pretty hard miles. I'm not easy on it. Not that it's hard work for a fuel pump, but it's just an electric pump. But well, got her jacked up. I got some invisible jack stands underneath here. I actually was going underneath it to go throw some jack stands on it, and I looked up, and that's what I saw right there. So, presumably, like 5-cent connector kept me on the side of the road, which is a little bit annoying to say the least, but saves you from T-pinning and running a multimeter on it. So I guess I'm gonna reclamp this again and then take care of it. I'm pretty sure this is a cheap fix I actually did on the side of a trail, because I had this wire running a little bit low, and it caught on something when we were trail riding, so I kind of just quick bandaged it on the side of the trail and never actually officially fixed it. So that's probably my bad. Oops. Well, I guess I'll rehook up my lines that I had, which is a little bit frustrating to say the least. But, oh well, actually that goes to this. And then this, no. Yeah, because that's into the regulator and that's out. Yeah, because here's my T-valve, so that's my return line. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing, guys. I am special. I'm really frustrated. It's really annoying that a little one connector left me on the side of the road, but well, this is 2 vastly different gauges of wire, and I thought about putting a quick connect in there just in case this fuel pump does eventually crap the bed, but I didn't have a male and a female that would work together, because I don't know. I'm really bad at having electrical stuff, alright? So, this is the wrong fix, and don't do what I do, but if you do, drive on it until it fails again. It's a lesson to be learned here. Alrighty, just got the pump reconnected and the lines rehooked up, so I'm going to give it a shot and see if we're in business. This pump's pretty loud, so I should hear it no problem. You can kind of hear, I don't know if you can hear that light level. Tick, 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 tick. I have the fans on all the time because my timing's at like 25 or 27 degrees of timing advance. It's basically maxed out on the distributor. So, we're in business. Let's go check for some leaks. Looks like we're sitting okay. Man, annoying that one connector would have let me dead on the side of the road like that, but that's what it is. Well, I'm going to change the oil. I think I'm going to change the diff oil because it's been a while since I've done that. and then maybe do some cleaning on the inside because she's pretty grody. One of them is the crank seal. It's kind of hard to see because the skid plate's in the way here, but ever since I rebuilt this engine just shy of 2 years ago now, the crank seal's been leaking. So you can see it's kind of coating everything in oil. I don't know if I can sneak this thing around here and you can see the oil pan, but it's a little bit grody, unfortunately. You can see it's all coming down from right there. So I gotta knock that out sometime here soon. The leak I gotta take care of sometime soon is my shift shaft seal / shift shaft itself. It seems to have developed a little bit of play right here. You can probably see that. This nut is tight on there and it's pretty much soldered together or welded together or froze together because it won't move. But this whole thing clunks, which makes a pretty nasty clunk whenever I accelerate, which is pretty annoying. And as you can see, it also leaks a little bit of gear oil. Alrighty, got the oil all changed out, running some high quality 1540. I typically run Valvoline in about everything I own. In fact, I only run Valvoline in everything I own for the most part. Engine oil wise, well, anything I care about, which I guess would technically be none of my cars. But that's not true though. I do run Valvoline a majority of the time, but it was like, oh man, I think it was like $20 for this, and it's 2.5 gallons, so I bought 2 of them, because I was like, well, that's 5 years worth of oil changes for the Toyotas, and this way I don't have to fix the crank seal. Boom! Double win! But, yeah, I made a little bit of a mess, because I'm shitty, but been working on cleaning this area out. This is where all my Tercel parts used to be stashed, and they used to be filling all the way up into here, and in this toolbox, and about everywhere you could ever imagine, so I got something I'll show you guys maybe another video after I get that other car parted out in a few weeks. But I guess for now, I'm going to rain next to the windshield and clean the interior up because it's disgusting. So cue time lapse of that. That's about 80% better than it was. Now I'm going to move on to cleaning up the shit in here because, yeah, it's disgusting. I can't even use winter as an excuse anymore because it hasn't been winter for like 3 months. But we're going to blame it on winter. Oh man, it's so clean in here, it feels like a brand used car. I'm gonna have to pressure wash these seats sometime in the spring again because they're pretty grody. These seats really need new foam or thrown away. Fortunately, I lost my fancy little factory rubber floor mat there, which is a big bummer, but I guess that's what minty looking, well, that doesn't even look that nice. Never mind. One thing you might have noticed in here is this fancy center console here. This is one of the cool kid items. Big shout out to my buddy Seth for this. He gave me this thing and it's amazing. Little center console with an armrest at the same time. You can keep Honda transmission fluid in it. You can keep a Sharpie in it and safety glasses and whatever you want, but armrest when driving literally changed my life. Seriously, one of the greatest inventions. Greatest things that ever happened to these cars. I think while I'm in here, I'll do a little bit of dashboard cleaning too. Maybe clean the center console up a little bit because it ain't that pretty. I'm gonna give this Suds Box interior cleaner stuff a try. I bought a pack from these guys a while back, and I've been pretty impressed with everything that I've gotten so far. I'm no interior detailer, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's pretty good stuff. So I'm gonna give my dashboard a quick wipe down and see if I can't bring a little bit of shine back into it, and maybe do my door panels because, as you can see, they've well, sun's kind of in the way, but they're not that great looking, and that's just due to my dirty hands from my job. But let's get going. Well, overall, I'd say the interior looks a lot better. I didn't go crazy into the door panels because those are textured, and I kind of figured it ain't gonna work all that well. But it's definitely a step up from what it was. That is for sure, because this car was pretty gross in here. So I'm gonna throw my floor mats in here and probably wrap it up for the day. I'm starting to not feel all that good. Well, I wrapped up this video with a bunch of talking and don't remember exactly what I said, and then I looked at the screen and realized I didn't hit the little red button and record it. I guess it's not technically a button because it's a touchscreen phone. Words. I guess I'll wrap the video up here. I know it's probably a pretty random video. I've done a lot of really dumb videos like this where I've gotten done recording them and been like, I'm not uploading that because this is stupid. But if you like Toyota wagon stuff, drop me a comment. Let me know. That'd be awesome to hear from you guys. I've got a few more Toyota wagon things in process. Obviously, I got the 86 that I'm planning on doing a restoration on. I got the 83 that I'm going to do the hopefully roadkill rescue and drive it home. And then I got a lot of stuff to do to Spud, as I've kind of talked to you guys about a few things. There's a ton more stuff that I really got to get knocking out here sometime soon. Being my daily driver, it gets neglected. and it's been neglected a bit for the past, couple weeks, months, 2 years. Whole time I've owned it. But, yeah, so appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Thanks a ton.